So this is day 3, almost there, almost completely clear. So I'm about a foot away from the camera right now, and it zooms in, of course. And I got the bright lights on so you can really pick apart my face. So the chin is still a really hard area. It's taking a long time to clear because there's so many little pores on there. And I don't know, do you get this too? And there's probably a connection, and I am going to change this. But when you brush your teeth, think about what's in your mouth. There's so much bacteria in here, and so if you're brushing your teeth and you kind of dribble down on your chin, I feel like it's taking longer to heal right here because there's that bacteria coming directly from my mouth onto my face. So I'm going to do an oil pulling. I'll show you how to do an oil pulling, and separately on a separate day I'll do an apple cider vinegar rinse, and I find that makes my teeth whiter, and I think it kills more of the bacteria in my mouth that could affect my skin. Because think about it, inside your mouth is the other side of your face. So you don't always necessarily need to put something on your face to cure your acne. It's definitely internal sometimes, and there's studies shown that putting things under your tongue, natural organic things, there are remedies for skincare, and an oil pulling could add some moisture back in without piling anything on my face. You do not want to put baby oil or petroleum or anything that's gasoline. This comes from gasoline. Did you know that? It's like putting saran wrap on your face. You should not be putting this stuff on babies. That's the worst. You're suffocating a natural skin, and you're prolonging a healing process or interrupting it altogether. And so the goal is not to interrupt the process as much as possible. So I'm probably going to suffer for, it's a habit. It's a really hard habit to just not have your fingers wander to your face and pick. So this came off, I think, a little bit too early. It may take longer to be white like the rest of the skin. And I'm hoping it won't turn into a little gray divot. I'm doing my best. I have in the past done oil cleansing and honey, but I'm strictly doing the clay to show you how one thing works. If you start randomly putting moisturizers and different makeups and all these things on your face, you never get to the core of what actually works for your face. And so many kits being sold out there are on the same principle, where they're throwing you into this combination of ingredients. One could be awesome for your face, and so many aren't. So many ingredients, especially in acne kits, actually break you out. At least for me, I have found when I returned to them and had a really awesome clear complexion for a long time and got tempted by Sephora and went and tested an area. When I'm smart, I test one area. Within hours, I break out at the site where I applied the product. And it's like, son of a... I used to buy those kits habitually. I mean, $80, $90 kits. I was, dedicated to one line at a time for months on end. So Philosophy was one that I had really liked for a while. Before that was Murad. Before that may have been Proactive. So, it's several months. It's not me being like, oh, I'm going to use this kit and part of this kit and part of that kit. No, I was dedicated to one line at a time, followed all the instructions. You're desperate when you're looking for clear skin, and most of us are following the directions, but you can't blame yourself. It's so many people's problem. It is the chemicals in the product. It's either your acne is from a chemical that you're being in contact with, something in your water, something that's in a product that you don't think about, your toothpaste that you put in your mouth. There's fluoride in there. It's not healthy for you. It can even be the fillings in your teeth, especially mercury, and I have not had mine out. How many of you out there that have acne have mercury fillings? I'm wondering if because right about the same time I started wearing makeup, and right about the same time I went to the dentist and had cavities filled, that's about the same time that I started getting acne and then turning to kids, you know, around 15. Any of you? So I haven't gotten to the point where I can afford to get these things out. I would love to get them out. There's so many studies, you can Google it, look it up on YouTube, where the mercury is still releasing toxins into your system constantly. So if there's any dentists out there, I don't have healthcare. So I would love to get those out, and I'm really wondering if that's connected to what was happening with my face. So I'm doing the best I can with what I know works, and the clay has worked for me in the past. I'm going to only use the clay until it's clear, and I have gotten clear only using the clay without changing anything else. But I do just know, eat healthy, organic. I weeded out meat and cheese for many years, and now I do eat cheese again, but I pretty much have a almost vegan diet, but it was that way for many years and I was still breaking out. So some of you will benefit by just changing your diet instantly and not need to do anything else. I have given that advice to other people in the past. They cut out GMO food, they only did organic, and within a week they were clear and they're like, oh, I don't need anything else, bye. And I haven't heard from them since. So let's really zoom in so we can get the before and afters. So it's tight and flaky here because I took a shower, and I do find I'm tight after the shower. I am exposing my skin to water. I'm not putting any cleansers. I'm not scrubbing. I'm doing my best not to pick anything off. I did a little yesterday. And I think that wouldn't be red if I had waited one more day. But the chin, I had 3 new whiteheads. You don't have to use the clay every day. You can spot treat. So before bed I may spot treat here and just little red marks, and anywhere that I feel that if I feel something surfacing, I will put the clay on it and it will go away, or it will surface really quickly and I can extract it. So day 3 is pretty awesome. I really wouldn't need to go out and wear makeup. I am doing my best to be a vampire and not exposing my skin to the sun or makeup. You know, the longer you can go without makeup, the faster this whole process is going to go. And I did slow it down. By yesterday I had makeup on, and I had some on this morning for a couple hours. So, and I do remove that with rubbing alcohol. No soaps. So this is going to look really good tomorrow, I'm sure of it. This takes patience and dedication. Don't go running around like I could go grab the honey for some moisture right now, or do an oil cleansing, but then I won't really be sure what does what. Just leave it alone, relax, and step away from the mirror. If you find yourself picking, I find if you have nails, it's easier to pick. If you cut them down short, it takes me about 2 weeks to grow these. It's harder to pick. And also, if you have longer nails, you'll find if you don't pick, your nails grow longer because you're not bending them, and then you get those little lines, and then maybe you'll peel because you're using that. Don't. If you have to extract, or you're just so tempted to pick, go get the clay and dot it on there. You know, instead of picking, go to the mirror and put the clay on there. The goal is not to dry out your face. The goal is to let your face get in balance on its own. You don't want to depend on another moisturizer or another product. Your body has everything that it needs, provided that you're eating well. I don't know if you'll survive on Doritos or anything like that, but you want the moisture from your own bodily processes. You don't want to turn to petroleum jellies and you're making me cringe. No, don't do it. You know, do an oil cleanse from inside. Look up oil cleansing, oil pulling, that is, and if you haven't reached to the point where you don't use soaps. Try doing it on your chest first, see how your skin reacts. Get that satisfaction of all that little seed stuff coming out, which are little blackheads, and then you'll start to learn you can do it to your face with some confidence, and you'll learn what areas can use a certain amount of, you don't want friction, you want very, very gentle rubbing. Because it's so tempting to, when you feel stuff coming out, to go, oh, no! You'll create a new kind of rash, which you think is acne. We call it acne, but it's really, it's a reaction to what you've been doing to your face. Stop it! Stop! I promise you, this is me, this is you, in the future, 15 years later. Stop it! I wish I could go back and do that. But you get to benefit from my pain. So I hope you listen. I hope you appreciate it. Bye.